Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a day of eating. It's currently a Saturday. The clock is 11:30 and I'm in a rush because I have to, Matt is waiting outside. We are going down to the city center to do some Christmas shopping. Starting early this year, it's 4th of November. We want to get all the Christmas presents done very early so that we can just enjoy our vacation in the end of November and the entirety of December without having to think about that. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm heading out right now. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you down doing some shopping.
I wanted this.
You got a beauty calendar from me.
I got that, and I appreciate it. But this is what I wanted.
Yeah. So this might be for kids, but we consider ourselves kids anyways. I made this, and I do think that you might be able to bring them home.
I think so.
And Matt wants to make a tree. He should have had a red nose though. So this is Matt's tree and my reindeer, which has a beige nose on the picture, but I found a red one, so I'm bringing that as well.
Why didn't they have a red nose?
Missed opportunity. Thank you. Lego is upping their game since we were kids. Look at this.
We actually have this at home.
Yeah.
We haven't built it yet.
I feel like that's a December activity. That was so cool.
That I want.
And this one.
Oh yeah, that he made you.
Matches our bonsai tree because we have that in Lego.
But we're going to see this in real life at some point.
Yes.
I want that.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, Star Wars.
And I want that.
No, that looks. This looks like a year's work.
This and that.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
And that one.
Yes. We have those. We have those two.
And I want that one. And that one. And that one.
No.
And that one.
No.
Oh, look at that one.
Like a centerpiece. That was cool.
Se på den julelandsby, holder den mainstreet, se på den. Se så fin den. Hvor fin hadde ikke den vært på kommunen?
Det hadde faktisk det. Matt is like a little kid in here. We actually only ended up buying one Christmas present and like from a store, and then we sat at a cafe and had a cup of coffee and we ordered 2 more online, and then we came up with an idea for what we were going to buy for the rest of the family, and I think that will also be like sort of a like online thing. So I think we actually are done, so that feels good. I also bought a sunless tanner. I haven't used a sunless tanner in years, but I've had several of them in my drawer in the bathroom, and we were going to use them this Halloween because we were going to go as Barbie and Ken, and I just tested it in the toilet just to get the top part out, and every one of them had turned green. So I'm so glad I tested it, or else I would just like put it on Matt's back like green. He would be the Hulk instead, or like Ken Hulk. But yeah, I bought another bottle because I think I want to try to use it this winter. But I just hate putting it on. I hate the smell. so I rarely use it, but I just wanted to have it just in case we're doing something and I want to be a bit tan. So I got that with a mitt, and we tried out some pajamas, and I got it for Matt because he just stayed down there and met up with a friend. So I just bought this for him on my way home. I didn't find anything for me because I want, like, the set I have has a hole in it, so I wanted a new one, but none of the ones I saw was like didn't fit, or they didn't have like a cute set. So yeah, that was it. We also got a couple of like films for our Instax for a Fuji camera. One with like a black frame, and we got like a monochrome film. So I'm excited to use those. And we got just a regular one as well. It's been such a long time since I vlogged, I feel like. I think I haven't vlogged since Amsterdam, if I'm not mistaken. And we had that Halloween party. I was going to vlog then, but it was just so much going on. I couldn't have one more thing to focus on. But yeah, we had the Halloween party. We had one Halloween party with our friends. It was like a party. We had tapas and everything. And that was so much fun. We were like 10 people, and everyone's costume were just like fire. So fun to see. And then a couple of days later, we had the Halloween dinner with my family. And unfortunately, my twin sister and her boyfriend couldn't come because she got corona. And now my mom has gotten it too. So that sucks. But yeah, at least we got to have the dinner with almost all of them. So that was so much fun. But we just packed everything down the day after, or the same day maybe, as my family was there. I don't remember. So it's so like messy here now. Look at all this. This is the Halloween decorations. And that is like a frame, like a picture frame Matt bought. It was supposed to be like about that size. And as you see, he bought the wrong size. And the glass, because it's like a glass that won't have a reflection in it, it's not, you can't return it. So you're gonna have to figure something out, like a way to use that. But yeah, all the decorations are still here because we needed a couple of boxes. Like, they're like airtight boxes for our basement. So I bought that yesterday, I think. So we're going to pack that down today. But now I am going to bake. I follow someone on Instagram. She's called the Pancake Princess, and she does bake-offs where she like tests different people's recipes, and I've made some of like the top ones. And she just recently did a bake-off for pecan pie, and both me and Matt love pecan pie, so I really wanted to test out the winner from that bake-off. So that's what I'm doing right now. I saw that the winner, she said like, she or he, I don't know, it's King Arthur's. The winner was kingarthurbaking.com, old-fashioned pecan pie. But in that recipe it says use your favorite pie crust, and they have linked the pie crust they have. But it uses vegetable shortening, and I don't have that, so I want to use a butter crust. So I'm going to use the crust from the second place, which is Smitten Kitchen, and I'll use the filling for the first place. Hopefully that will turn out good. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, the recipe looks really simple. The recipe for the crust is just flour, sugar, salt, butter, and water. I guess that's basically a typical pie crust, I would assume. 155 grams of flour, 6 grams of sugar. Wow, why? Salt. And then I have like flour, sugar, salt, and then I will just have the butter in here and combine it with my fingertips. And I can't stand having nails when doing this, so I just went and cut them like completely. I hate having nails in general. I like having short nails all the time. It's already dark. It's 4:45 and it's almost pitch black outside. Winter is truly here. It's so weird though, but this is like typical Norwegian weather. The day before yesterday, we had like -5 degrees, and snow, and it snowed a lot. Then yesterday it was pouring rain, like pouring. It was like insane. Could barely be outside. And then today it's +5 and it's dry. I'm okay with snow. I'm okay with cold weather. I don't like cold weather and rain and wind and or snow or rain in general, like when it's not summer. Summer rain can be really nice. Winter rain and fall rain, not so much. This is like a finger workout. I should have gone for the other method now. I regret this. She has a food processor method as well. I went for her by hand method. Okay, I'm gonna say that that's fine. It feels a bit wet, but all the measurements should be right. So, and then add 60 mils of cold water and stir with a spoon. This feels wrong. This feels very wet. I have made the decision to restart the pie crust because there's something wrong with that recipe. I used everything, like I followed the measurements like completely, but I shouldn't have just trusted it completely with the water. So I just put in the water that is said in the recipe, but I shouldn't have put in all of it. But they said that you could use even more, so I thought that it would be like rather too little, but it turned out to be too much. So I guess it's ruined. So I'm going to make the recipe from the winning the King Arthur baking, and I'm going to just not use vegetable shortening and just use all butter. It says in the comments that will work out fine. So that's what we're going to do, and that recipe has no sugar as well, I see. So it's just flour, salt, butter, and water. Okay, then that is in the fridge and is going to stay in the fridge for at least half an hour. Now I'm going to roast the pecans because they recommend doing that. So I'm just going to have them in the oven for a bit. They say 350 Fahrenheit oven for about 6 to 8 minutes.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so I have laid out all the ingredients for the filling. I roasted the diced pecans, or I roasted them and then I diced them. And the pecans that's going on top, I didn't toast because they get like toasted on the top of the pie. So this is the ingredients, and vinegar and vanilla. We have vanilla paste, so we're using that instead of the vanilla bean, the extract. It says in this recipe that you don't need to blind bake the crust.
Oh, so, because it's going to be in for a while?
I think so, or just didn't say that you didn't have to.
No.
So we're not going to do that. We're going to follow the recipe, and it says not to do it, but you can if you will. So yeah, we're not doing it.
No, let's just follow the instructions.
Yes. Okay, so this is the second the second crust. Hopefully this will be better. And we're going to grease the pie pan and then just put this in. Okay, looking at it now, I feel like this is not enough crust.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So we're not going for aesthetics, we're just going for flavor, hopefully. So this is hopefully you can't see how bad this looks, but like the dough looks good, it's just...
I think it looks great.
Yeah, we're not going to do any crimping or anything like that.
But I like pie crust, so if it's like a couple areas where it's thicker,
That's not, yeah, that's
Yeah, I think that's a bonus.
Yeah, I just think it looks bad, like patchy over here, like, and it's not crimped, but I don't want to think about that right now. I've never crimped a pie before either, so now we're going to make the filling, and the butter is melted and it's cooled. So now I'm going to mix together flour, sugar, and salt. This, I realize, is like basically just sugar, this pie. Like, I don't think I've ever made a recipe, like baked anything that has more sugar than flour. It's like 30 grams of flour and 450 grams of sugar.
That's crazy. Is that for the filling?
Yes.
Hang on, there's flour in filling?
Yes, a tiny bit.
Oh, it's to thicken it.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
That's crazy though.
Add the milk and eggs and beat well. Beat well? Do you think I can use my hands?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just to kind of like make the whole thing like well combined, so it's not like lumps of white and lumps of yolk.
Yeah. So eggs, milk. Yeah, it has 3 eggs as well, so there is some health in here. I'm so glad the winning recipe didn't have bourbon, because I love a pecan pie that doesn't have bourbon. Or I might like one that has like a slight hint of bourbon, but I've had one that had bourbon and it was painful. I could only manage one bite.
I don't think they even like cooked off the alcohol. It was just like they just made a pie and then poured alcohol on top.
Yeah, it was not edible at all. Stir in the vinegar, vanilla, and flavoring. I don't have the flavoring. It's like a butternut flavor or something. We don't have that in Norway, so but it's optional, so I'm not using that. Then the butter and the diced pecans. You don't really need the bourbon because the brown sugar tastes like bourbon.
It does.
I'm just poking the bottom of the crust so I don't forget. It would be so typical of me to forget that. 2 teaspoons of vinegar. 2 teaspoons vanilla extract.
This is oh.
You know?
Oh man, I know this is going to be good.
This is going to be good. It just remains to be seen if the dough is good, but I think the filling will be good, or it will definitely be good. How can this be bad?
I mean, it's pure sugar.
Yeah. Pour the mixture into the crust and scatter the pecan halves on top. Okay. That looks so good. Bake the pie for 47 to 50 minutes. That's very, very precise. When done, the top will be puffed up and set, and the center should just barely wobble when you jiggle the pan. The pie is out of the oven and the dinner is also ready. Matt made steak, avocado, and sweet potato for us. The pie looks a bit burnt, but we had it less than the suggested time and we had it a little bit down in the oven as well. And it didn't say anything about covering the pie. It just said you maybe need to cover the crust. But the crust looks good, but the pie looks a bit burnt. But I think it will be good nonetheless.
I think so too.
This is the pie. Yeah, so it looks a tiny bit burnt. I don't know how it could not be burnt when it's brown sugar. It actually didn't say anything about where in the oven you should place the pie. And like the rule of thumb, at least here in Norway, is that if there is not stated, it should be in the middle of the oven. But I looked in the comments and she said, put it in the bottom third of the oven. Weird that they didn't specify that in the recipe, but yeah, it still got burnt, the top. But I guess it would just be crispy then. So that will be dessert after our delicious steak dinner. And yeah, this is dinner. So I was just at the store to buy some vanilla ice cream because I feel like that's obligatory with pecan pie. So I got our favorite, Inspira. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that looks perfect.
And the pie is still like warm. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think this, I mean, it needs to be a little bit warm.
Yeah. Oh my god. Is it too soft?
It looks a bit gooey.
That's why I was a bit afraid when we checked it because it's like the amount of wobble, and I felt like it was too wobbly, but we checked in the comment and they said that it should be 200 Fahrenheit inside the pie for it to be finished. So we did check it with the
Yeah.
and it was above that. So
why it's that runny?
oh, maybe because it's still warm.
So it should set more.
Oh yeah, maybe because it's still warm. We can have a runny.
I don't care.
I did see that some people said it was runny, so it isn't not just us. But I do think that it will be probably firmer if it cools completely. It does look good. It looks it's not that runny. It looks good.
I'm looking forward to this.
I think that's the perfect amount of runniness, if you ask me.
That's really good. And the pecan is actually perfectly, I was going to say perfectly burnt, but I don't mean burnt.
No, yeah.
It's
has
like
that.
roasted.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is delicious. Well done. And this whole pie is going to be eaten. I can tell you that much. I think pecan...
That was just incredible.
Yeah, I think maybe pecan pie is my favorite pie. Yeah, it has to be.
The brown sugar actually makes it taste a bit like bourbon.
It does. Yeah, it does taste like there's been some alcohol in it.
I do think that it's that brown because we used browner sugar than we should. And I would say if you're making this, blind bake the crust.
Yeah, do that first.
Because it's not done at the bottom, but the crust around looks done.
Yeah, and
But,
bake
yeah.
on the lowest.
Yeah, and
Placement.
it said that you didn't need to blind bake it, but I would say you do.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I mean, it's delicious.
perfect. Yeah, no. I think maybe we'll just end the vlog here.
Sounds good.
Thank you for staying with us on this amazing, very exciting Saturday night. I walked past a girl like going to a party on my way to the store to buy ice cream, and I'm like in my pajamas there to buy a tub of ice cream on my own. That's a good Saturday night.
Yeah, I think I prefer yours. Your Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's like far between these vlogs. I'll try to have them more regularly. So because I'm like out of practice and
Yeah, and
I don't remember even what the last thing I said was. I don't remember where we are right now.
No.
So yeah, I will make sure that it's not that long till next one. But I'm glad you watched this video, and give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.